family, what's up? It's your girl T Love Social Media, the Queen, and I'm coming to you live, broadcasting from my goddamn room. So I know you people already heard all the news that goes on, and I have not been doing anything prior to anything and making any videos because I've been busy with birthday parties and events, and I got other things, and I do have a family. But this video right here is about to surface to you guys. I know this is old and it comes as a surprise, but it's still in the surface. Um, Let me just say before I get to this topic, I'm gonna get to this because we like to incorporate a lot of shit. So let me just get to this. Everybody is going wild over these Popeyes chicken sandwiches. I mean, the whole world is consistently going wild. I mean, you got motherfuckers in my neighborhood, in row houses, all through across the board. They like talking about these Popeyes chicken sandwiches. Well, nobody was really looking out and looking around for those Popeye sandwiches like that until they really got big. But I'm gonna tell you who chicken used to always be good, and they could have made a combination of that. Those chicken sandwiches, not Chick-fil-A. Church's chicken. If anybody grew up on Church's from the 60s, 70s, and 80s in that range, and I'm an early 80s kid, and I grew up in the early 80s, mid 80s, things like that. We had a thing where we used to go to Church's Chicken before Popeyes was even in the city of DC. We used to go to, we had a few, but my mother and them used to have a place called Holly Farms. And they used to go to big places like Geno's. And once those expanded to different franchises like KFC and things like that, we had a spot over in Northeast, in the north section of DC, which called Church's Chicken. Everybody know Church's. But make a long story short, everybody should realize that all of these chicken places got to compete with each other. Because not that they got to compete with each other, not only that they have to compete with each other, it's going to be a big brawl. You got people like Quavo, the rapper from the Migos. He's selling $1,000. He brought like $1,000 quart of some chicken sandwiches. So this chicken sandwiches is going viral. I believe they've been out, but it's the thing of it is I think this is a spicy chicken sandwich. So let's move on. I tell you, boy, you see a lot of Church's chicken coming back up because a lot of chicken places and franchises are competing with each other. To be honest with you, I've ate French fries out of Chick-fil-A, but I've never ate chicken hardly out Chick-fil-A. Everybody says it's real good. But anyway, these people, they fight at the Disney World. A dude fights at Disney World, and I know the story is probably old to you guys, but it's new to me because I'm always busy. So the guy comes comes in Florida, Orlando, has a fight with his child's mom, baby mother, smacks her because she hits his mom. He's getting 7 years. He's going to do 7 years, but out of the maximum, he might do 2. The reason why they're so big on those numbers is because why they're so big on the numbers is because he actually did it in the media. He did it, and it was televised, and it was public. It was really, he made himself a public figure, and they're giving him their time. But let's be real. If he did it on the streets with no cameras, we know, and you know, YouTubers and family, and we're all across the board, you know, and I know that if you were in the hood or anywhere walking down the street and that happened, if a person hit your mom, it ain't gonna be caught unless somebody called the police. I guess they got into a dispute. They went to Florida, had a good time, maybe saved their tax money or had some, just wanted to get out and do a family vacation. And he smacked the baby mother from hitting his mother. Everybody in their world has something to say. You can even see the videos on YouTube. because it's all across the board. Now, if somebody smacked my mother and my mother is deceased, I will be in jail right now because there will not be no one smacking my mother. But you also have to look at it as, I'm getting ready to tell you guys something. You should know, if any state that you're in, if you're in the Florida, I'm gonna tell you something, because a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna keep it real to you. If you're in a state where it's had racial profiling, where a bunch of white motherfuckers that's in Florida, Floridans, Georgia, any part of the South, why would you go down there acting like a Bethune when you know that, and then you say you call yourself a Crip? But anyway, that's even no here or there. What I'm trying to say, why would you go to a public place where dreams come true in Disney World and everybody's there? You could have took that shit home. I mean, somebody hit my mother, I'd be upset too. But what I'm trying to get at, y'all, is if you living in the South, you should already know how the South play their games. They don't really want niggas like us up there. Okay? And I'm a nigga who come from a mixed background with family members that's mixed. But let me tell you something. I'm still African American. That mixed shit don't mean shit on my board. So my thing is, why would you come to a place where it's a public figure and you know it's the South? Florida burn your ass. Florida will burn your ass. Just like where I come from in D.C., VA is like a Commonwealth state. They really don't want blacks living there. Okay? Especially West Virginia. Especially those honkies. So if you understand one thing I'm saying, and I'm not being racist about this, I'm being politically correct. If you know anything about this, you know that you got to keep your black ass out of Texas. Keep your black ass from them places. And when you go to them stores, you get your food, you argue, keep it moving. Them troops, them other people, they don't give a fuck. So when you going into them states and you thinking that they gonna have your protective, your best interest, that's not true. So this nigga goes to Disney World, act like a stray fool. The video, a lot of people getting their laughs. I even laughed. I ain't gonna lie. Kicks out of it. But the truth, to be honest with you, he should have already knew being down Florida that was going to take a toll, because the South has that racial profile going down. They barely allowing us black people to live down there, okay? So why in the fuck would you go down there? They're already killing us black people down the South like left and right. So if you do move there, keep a low profile. You know? And I'm going to tell you something. Us blacks, we always forgiving. We always forgiving these. Us blacks, we are always forgiving people. We are always forgiving some of these white people who are racist and just let them do what the fuck they want to do. We as minorities and as people, as a union, we got to stop letting that happen. Because even if you're a mixed black person, they're still going to treat you, they're not going to treat you no different. So this man goes down to the South thinking that everything was okay, smacked his baby mother, and now he's doing 7 years. He should already knew how the South play their game. It's racist as shit in Florida, certain parts. Georgia, the South, period. So, you know, we already, as people, got enough shit going on in our head. And I just think that he should have known better, and he shouldn't have never let that happen. He should have had a little bit more compassion to even know that was going to fly by. Look what the fuck they did to Trayvon Martin. They let a black boy get killed and still let the killer out of jail. It was no justice for that shit. Right in the heart of Florida. So, you know, it is what it is, man. No matter how much we try to avoid the situation, sometimes our own people put some shit to ourselves. No matter how much we be nice to these racist white people, they still find a way to fuck us over. And it ain't us being racist. It's the white people who's come from that old law being racist. So I just had to come with you guys and basically touch y'all about the situation. Let me know what you think. My perception is I would have waited till I got home and addressed the situation. And I would have done it where it was cameras. Or maybe he probably didn't know it was cameras. I don't know. I love you guys. Take care. Talk soon.